It is a sweeping and stunning victory, unlike any in our history. It will be studied and debated for generations, the impact broad and deep, a turning point for the country. Rachel Scott has been on the road with the Trump campaign. She starts us off. Good morning, Rachel.
Guys, good morning. I would say good morning, but we never actually said good night. We just projected this race. It was a historic run for president and now a historic return to the White House after a 2-year-long campaign. Donald Trump, a convicted felon who survived 2 assassination attempts, making a remarkable comeback to become the next president of the United States.
This morning, Donald Trump projected to be the next president of the United States.
Well, I want to thank you all very much.
The former president once again outperforming expectations, shocking his political opponents, and sweeping enough of the battleground states to win the White House.
Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together.
Overnight, Trump addressing a fired-up crowd of supporters in Florida, declaring victory minutes after ABC News and other outlets called Pennsylvania for him.
I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America.
The former president, whose campaign was fueled by dark rhetoric and calls for revenge, now pledging to help heal the country.
It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success will bring us together.
Turning to some of his top priorities, like securing the southern border, boosting energy production, and avoiding overseas conflicts.
I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people.
The race ultimately coming down to 7 swing states. Trump may now sweep all of them. After 11 p.m., the first one was called for him. The former president later winning Georgia, then Pennsylvania, and clinching victory with a win in Wisconsin. In county after county across the country, improving on his margin of victory in past races. ABC News exit polling data showing Trump gained critical ground, particularly among young men in union households. But his most surprising surge among Hispanic voters. The best showing for a Republican presidential candidate in exit polls since 1976. Up 13 points from 2020, although he still trailed Harris 53-45.
We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history.
So Trump is now the first former president to return to the White House in more than 130 years and the first convicted felon to be elected, also the oldest. And guys, while he was speaking, making that address last night, he made no mention of Vice President Kamala Harris.
And when did the Trump team know they had victory in hand?
They started to feel really good when they started to see the results in North Carolina. He spent more time campaigning there in the final days of this campaign than anywhere else, but really all eyes were on all-important Pennsylvania. The former president campaigning in that state said repeatedly, if we win here, we win the entire thing. When they started to see how much they were racking up the margins in counties that they won 4 years ago, that is when they felt like they had this in the bag. And I got a text from a campaign source just about an hour ago that said it was a good night, but it was better than they expected.
All right, Rachel. Thank you so much for that.